Hey everybody, welcome back. I have new details for you about the Indiana Jones ride coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and this new info comes courtesy of some permits Disney has filed. Because as soon as the holidays are over, Disney is breaking ground on DinoLand USA and walls are going up to transform this entire corner of the park into its Tropical Americas land, which is also known as Pueblo Esperanza. As previously reported, this land is going to close in phases, and actually a little later than we previously thought. Construction was originally supposed to begin this fall, but was bumped to January of 2025. In fact, Triceratops Spin, Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures, and all the carnival games are set to close on January 13th as part of Phase 1, and to make way for the Encanto attraction and that awesome new carousel. Phase 2 will involve Dinosaur, which will be transformed, of course, into the Indiana Jones ride. I will have more info coming to you about the Encanto ride. I'm actually expecting to get more info on that here in just a few weeks, so I'm holding back. But even though Indiana Jones isn't coming for a while, even though that is coming when Dinosaur closes at a currently unknown time, these new permits revealed a few details, and I'm kind of excited about them. So here's what we know. According to these permits, the outdoor portion of the queue looks as if it's going to remain the same. It's in the same location, but it's going to gain a different roof or covering. I'm personally wondering if this means it's going to be entirely enclosed, maybe with some air conditioning and to allow for some theming and effects like Disneyland. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Another new detail revealed through these permits is that the fountain that's currently in front of Dinosaur, that's going away. And as expected, the pyramid exterior for this Indiana Jones ride that's been revealed in concept art so far is going to be extended further out and into the pathway than what Dinosaur's building currently does. And they're going to add some foliage around the space as well. So expect a more extended facade and no more fountain. I truly think this exterior is going to be quite the transformation once it's complete. Now, the changes in construction to the front of the building is really the only major alterations this permit is showing. While this could change or other permits could tell a different story, it appears like this Indiana Jones ride will truly be a reskin with cosmetic and narrative changes rather than a different or expanded ride track or ride building. Granted, I think its new story, better lighting, and different effects are going to give guests a completely different ride experience than Dinosaur, but from a track and building perspective, it won't be. The next change, and one that I'm really excited to share with you, is that the path leading up to the ride building, the permit now shows a slightly more narrow path, and that one that doesn't really open up until you reach the courtyard right in front of the pyramid. And I really like this because I think it's going to make the pyramid appear taller. It's going to help out with some of that forced perspective. And it's also going to give guests that Indiana Jones cinematic experience of suddenly stumbling upon the temple and it all opening up right before you. I also noticed some new additions along one side of the path, including the construction of what I'm going to guess right now is probably new signage or maybe some ruins. In fact, I think ruins are possible from what I'm seeing here, and all along this pathway. And not only is that straight out of Indiana Jones, but it would allow Imagineers to set the stage and begin telling the story before they actually reach the pyramid and the ride entrance. So there you go. Plans for an East Coast Indiana Jones ride have been submitted, and this is what's on the books right now. And the exciting thing is, Disney hasn't made any dramatic changes from what we were expecting. And that's great news because it suggests they are locked in on this vision. In fact, I recently discovered this week that Disney was pretty much settled on this attraction even before it was officially announced. Do keep in mind, we still do not have a closing date for Dinosaur and Indiana Jones construction just yet, but the attraction and the entirety of Animal Kingdom's Tropical Americas, including the Encanto ride, is still scheduled to open in 2027, Fingers crossed that it stays that way. But really quick, a few other things I wanted to mention. Since these permits were revealed, there's been quite a bit of backlash about tropical America's lack of animals. And while I get it, kinda, I do think Encanto, with its focus on Antonio and his animals, will change that. And I think this Indiana Jones ride could too. Apart from snakes, it's expected that Indy will also encounter some sort of cultural mythological creature, kind of like how Expedition Everest has the legend of the Yeti. This corner of the animal kingdom will have its own legend as well. And in reality, that's true Animal Kingdom because, as Disney history buffs who are likely complaining should remember, Joe Rohde wanted a whole land dedicated to mythical creatures. That's kind of happening now with this ride. Personally, I think there's a lot to look forward to with this Indiana Jones attraction, which, again, is completely different from Disneyland's. It's going to have its own unique story. And I'm very much looking forward to what Easter eggs or connections this attraction is going to contain for Disneyland's version, as well as Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar at Disney Springs. You know Imagineering is going to tie those two stories together somehow, if they haven't already. So I would keep an eye on Jock Lindsay's to see if anything new pops up. But if you love Disney Park and cruise line news and analysis, I would so appreciate if you consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. I'm a travel and entertainment reporter with a passion for the Disney parks, and I'm very much looking forward to sharing any news, rumors, or reports about this ride, as well as all the other info about this division of the company with you, along with some of my own travel experiences. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a magical day.